both of them. Hello? There's the box that everything, the computer and everything is plugged into. That's theirs. That's their internet.
If everyone will please rise and remove your hats.
She can't start as I try to skip it.
A good Friday night, Warrior fans. Austin McNorton here with you live from Auburn, Nebraska at Bulldog Stadium as we are set, ready to go for Wahoo Warrior football. Game number 3 here in the 2023 high school football season. It's your Wahoo Warriors taking on the Bulldogs of Auburn tonight. I hope that's only time that happens throughout the rest of the evening. Both teams come into the contest 2-0 on the season. Your Wahoo Warriors number 2 in Class C1, ranked by the Omaha World Herald, we should have a very good game here this evening. The last time these two house across the state of Nebraska, but trying to get their football squad on a roll, and boy, are they off to a tremendous season after starting out the year defeating Boys Town here at home, 20-19 final score there, and then last week they traveled to Logan View and won that contest 34-13. You're into the 2023 season was Pierce 23-6. That game was in Wahoo. And then last week, the battle in Saunders County at Real back and forth affair. A great football game scheduled here tonight as we'll see what sophomore quarterback Jace Kaminsky can get going as he continues his hot streak to start the season. And what a story this is. Was supposed to be Sam Edmonds. Sam got hurt in the week leading up to that Pierce game. It became the Jace Kaminsky show, and he has won his first 2 contests against 2 of the top 5 teams in the state of Nebraska. And so he gets his 3rd straight start after an incredible start in his first. It's Nixon Ligori here tonight for Auburn, as he'll be getting the start. The junior for the different guys you'll see touch the ball. So I'll have to follow with my binoculars closely tonight as we sit high up above Bulldog Stadium to try and follow this really run-heavy, really physical offense. This will be a little bit definitely running the football this season. They average 231 yards on the ground per game compared to just 62 pass yards per year for the Bulldogs this season, and should be a pretty fun game here tonight as we get you set for kickoff. They're announcing the starting lineups right now. Here 9 degrees right now, and with the sun setting here behind us, all the fans sitting in the shade, and your Wahoo Warriors looking into the sun to start out the game before this. We'll wait and see the coin toss and some of those kind of things. Wahoo will be in their road white uniforms tonight, blue. Should be a very fun game tonight, and you're tuned in to Wahoo Public's high school YouTube channel, so thanks so much for everyone tuning in there. Saunders County Online, whether it's here in a battle in Class C1 between 2 undefeated teams in Class C1. A lot on the line here as the rest of the season goes along. The schedule definitely does not get any easier, and if you're Wahoo right now, I think this is a really important game to not settle in and be pretty focused, pretty locked in, to not look ahead, because next week for Wahoo, it's homecoming, and they take on Nebraska City next week. So, Kelly, you ready for kickoff, my friend?
Best I can.
Let's do it.
So we're still dealing with some internet issues here.
It will be the Bulldog offense starting out on the field after a kickoff that goes down towards the sideline, and unfortunately for Wahoo, will go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Penalty will put them at around the 35-yard line. And 2 interceptions on the season. When they made this stand, one of those interceptions was the middle, and he has a big hole all the way to the 50, 45, 40, down deep into Wahoo territory, and stepping out of bounds at around the 31 rush yards per game, and there you see why. It's a big, big gain that time. Wahoo territory now. First drive of the ball game. Scrimmage was Camden Taylor. He gets a good pickup of about 3 that time on first down. Camden Taylor now with 22 carries and 82 yards this season. He also has a reception for 9 yards, and looking like the primary back tonight here for the Bulldogs, as they now have it 2nd and 7 on the. There's no yard marks here, so my judgments on to where the football, whose tackling struggles prove to be a factor, as Liguori breaks out of 2 all the way up to the 16-yard line into the red zone for another Bulldog first down. That was such a problem for Wahoo last week at Ashland Greenwood, was tackling. The focus on that was the tackling. So here are the Bulldogs in the backfield again with Liguori standing, and to his left this time is Brant Gulitza. Liguori takes the snap with a man in motion and hands it off to the guy in motion. 20th carry of the season, a good pickup of about 5 that time, up to the Warrior 11-yard line, and already Auburn is knocking on the door to start out this ball game. So here is Liguori again, knocking on the door of being goal-to-go territory. Liguori with Taylor standing directly behind him. Liguori hands it off to Taylor, off to that the Warriors' number 6 there. That's Braylon Iverson, his 19th tackle of the season for the team in white. Iverson running that Mike linebacker position in this Warrior defense. It's now 3rd and 5. They need to breaking down, cut down at about the 6. That time was number 11, Maverick Binder, and he got the first down. He needed the 6. He got the 5, and just like that, Auburn's first drive of the game, they have marched right down the field, and now they have 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Auburn, from the Wahoo Warrior 5-yard line, as we have hit 9:20 to go here in quarter number 1. Here's Binder empty in the backfield again. He'll take it right up the middle, go untouched into the end zone. What an easy drive for Auburn. They marched right down the field, unstoppable, and Maverick Binder is into the end zone for the 3rd time. An efficient drive for the Bulldogs to start out the ball game. My goodness. There's so many big holes up the middle, bouncing off some Wahoo tacklers. And Auburn jumps out to a lead. Here comes Trayvon Season. He's now 3 for 5 on the year, as Auburn holds on, though, to the lead after the first drive of the game. 9:12 to go here in the first quarter.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000.
It is Wahoo Warrior football here on Saunders County Online. Austin McNorton, Kelly Johnson running the show here from Bulldog Stadium in Auburn, Nebraska, here on a beautiful Friday night. 9:12 to go here in quarter number 1. It's Auburn taking the first drive of the game all the way to the end zone, and they lead it 6-0 after the point after falls no good. and taken down to the far sideline for Wahoo with a lane, 40, 45, 50, into Bulldog territory, down the sideline, 30, and cut down. In every single game this season, the Warriors have dominated in special teams, and on the first time the Warriors special team unit gets on the field, they take it deep into Bulldog territory to the 25-yard line. Heck of a return from Landon Fye, the 5'10" sophomore for the Warriors. And it's 1st and 10 Wahoo on the Bulldog 25-yard line, going left to right on the radio dial. Ball placed on the left hash. Kaminsky in the backfield. He'll hand it up the middle to Bordowski. Noah cuts it down inside the 25 to about the 23 and a half, let's call it. A gain of 2 on first down for Noah. That is Noah's 39th carry of the season. But he has definitely gotten a large amount of the load offensively, especially after last week in Ashland. 2nd and 8, Wahoo on the Bulldog 24-yard line. First drive of the game. Bordowski up the middle again, bounces off of his own lineman and takes it near the 20, but he's pushed backwards after getting to the 21-yard line. Brings up 3rd and about 6, a long sing right into the back of Landon Brigham, the senior, or the center, I should say, for Wahoo. Ran right into the back of him, had to take it over to the left and didn't get much. 3rd and 6 here for Wahoo. Ball on the Bulldog 21-yard line. First time Wahoo's had the ball this game. Kaminsky, he takes the snap in the gun, rolls out to the right, has a lane to run and takes it into the 20, down near the 15. I think he's going to be a yard shy of the first down. He just very brief hesitation, 15-yard line. Wahoo last week, they went for it on 4th down 5 times, and they got it every single time. Big spot here for Bordowski in the Wildcat formation. Noah takes it up the middle. He fights forward to the 15. I think they're going to mark him short. Nope, the far official gives it to him. That should be a first down. Based on where the officials kind of come together, I think that's going to be good enough for a first down. Yes, sir, it is. The Bulldog crowd started celebrating the yard line as Wahoo is now 6 for 6 on 4th down tries on that exact Wildcat formation. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his left in the gun. Noah sends Caden Smart in motion, grabbed from right behind his neck and literally thrown to the ground. That'll be a flag at all levels anytime. And it was with the bright white jerseys, that was even easy for us to see up here in the press box and probably on your television sets at home watching on YouTube. And yep, and the Bulldog crowd doesn't like it, but I mean, that's kind of the definition of the rule there a little bit.
Yeah, when you look at that particular play, there's no getting around that.
I mean, the white jersey literally got stretched out before he got thrown to the ground. It's only half the distance to the goal. Now be 1st and about 3. 2. Yeah, 2.5, let's call it, for Wahoo inside of the Bulldog 10-yard line. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his left in the gun. Noah with trips here to the near side. A wide receiver to the far side is Josh Edmonds. Kaminsky takes the snap on the option himself, cutting inside the 5-yard line. Good enough for a first down before he's pushed backwards at about the 3. So now it's 1st and goal for Wahoo inside of the 5-yard line of the Auburn Bulldogs. Both teams have taken the ball inside. 7 to go here in quarter number 1. It's Auburn 6, Wahoo 0. 1st and goal Wahoo from the Bulldog 4-yard line. Kaminsky in the backfield. Noah Bordowski stands to his right. Noah gets the handoff up the middle. Big hole to the left side. Pushing the pile forward. He's in. Touchdown Warriors as Noah Bordowski's into the end zone for the 4th time this season. Heck of a job on that left side by Luke Specht and Jonas Schnackenberg for Wahoo, clearing out the big hole on the left side for Bordowski to pile through. And Wahoo's tied up the ball game at 6 with 5:43 to go here in quarter number 1. And so a big point after attempt here for the Warriors. Number 3, Avery Weeding, will do the honors here tonight. And the kick is blocked. And so we stay tied at 6 after the point after attempt is blocked by the Bulldogs. 5:43 to go in quarter number 1. We're all knotted up at 6. You're tuned in to Wahoo Warrior Football on Saunders County Online.
Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Hash marks, so 1st and 10 Auburn again, as they are continuing to move the football pretty effectively with their very powerful run game that once again averages 231 yards a game. And now a whistle before the... Oh, nope. How the center comes up to the line for Auburn and moving the football. 1st and 10 Bulldogs on their own 43-yard line going right to left. Ligorni will take the football off to the far side, kind of steps out of one tackle up about the 47-yard line, and a nice pickup again for Auburn on 1st down of about 5 yards over to that far sideline. It was a good job on the edge initially by, I believe it was Josh Edmonds over there. Actually, it looks like that's number 22 for Wahoo. And that is, that's Noah Bordowski over there who kind of made that tackle, grabbing him at the ankle. 2nd and 5 Bulldogs on their own 47-yard line. Ligorni takes the football off to the left side. He's trapped in the backfield, but steps away over to the far side. And at the 50, Bordowski has to make another tackle at about a yard shy. But boy, he was dead in the rights in the backfield and made an incredible cut off to the far sideline. What would have been a loss of about 5 turned into a gain of 4 and makes it 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 9. Heck of a play from Nixon Ligori, I should say. That's his 24th carry of the season for 146 yards. He also has 2 touchdowns running the football this year. 3rd and 1 for Auburn, once again in Wahoo territory, this time at the Warrior 49-yard line. Ligori in the backfield, with a wide receiver to either side and a tight end up to the left. Now comes under center, kind of like the Kansas City Chiefs do, and Camden Taylor takes the snap under center up to the 46-yard line and an Auburn Bulldog 1st down. Either team, the second drive of the game for Auburn. Their first drive, they took it 65 yards on a very good consecutive drive all the way to the end zone. Now it's 1st and 10 for Auburn on the Wahoo 46-yard line. Warriors bring blitz, option plays, blown up in the backfield. The Warriors this time finally get to Nixon Ligori. It was number 31 for the Warriors, Harrison Krieger, who came off that edge and blew it up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the first time tonight. The Bulldogs haven't gotten positive yardage on a play. And they marked the ball right back at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for Auburn on the Wahoo 46-yard line. Ball placed on the right hash. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. We're tied at 6. Ligori in the backfield. It's Taylor standing to his left. Ligori takes the ball. First throw of the night. Across the middle. It's picked off. The Warriors got it. Picked off on the far sideline by number 20 for Wahoo, and that's Barrett LaValle. Barrett LaValle with the interception, his first of the interception of the season, and that's a big one, as once again, the Bulldogs offense was moving, but a big turnover like that, and just like that, it's 1st and 10 Wahoo on their own 48-yard line. Jace Kaminsky and company come back out. Ball on the left hash. Kaminsky stands in the backfield. Caden Smart goes in motion. Ball handed up the middle this time for not much. A gain of about a yard up to the 49-yard line that time for Kip Brigham. His first touch of the night. The 5'10", 160-pound sophomore giving Noah Bordowski a break. We've seen him have some pretty good plays this season, but that time just a gain of 1. It's 2nd and 9 for Wahoo as we have a minute 20 field and now a whistle and maybe some motion before the snap, and that's been an issue for Wahoo this season is some of the penalties that we've seen. And now the White Hats coming over to the line judge here on the near side to maybe have an official confirmation. Oh, it actually goes. Oh, they're picking up the flag. So the White Hat came over and had a conversation with a very frustrated head coach in Tony Jansen to talk to him. And now Tony's talking to the White Hat here on the near sideline, also asking for it. Didn't see anybody move either. The Bulldog crowd can't believe it. And neither can head coach Tony Jansen on their own 49-yard line. Brigham has a big hole off to the left side. 45, first down to the 40-yard line. Kip Brigham, a good gain of about 12 on 2nd down inside of Bulldog territory, and they spot him all the way up to the 38-yard line. Big play from Kip Brigham. Just like that, Wahoo thinks they're moving backwards on a penalty. Quickly left in quarter number 1, tied at 6. Wahoo sends 2 wide receivers to either side of Kaminsky. Brigham stands to his right in the gun. 1st and 10. Brigham will take the ball again. This time he cuts it off to the right side, and it's blown up by Maverick Binder, who came up from the safety spot and made the tackle for about a half a yard loss. Right at about the line of scrimmage, and that's probably the end of the first quarter, depending on how aggressive Wahoo wants to be here. Don't think you'd have to snap at a field. There's 7 seconds left. 2 wide receivers come to the near side of Kaminsky, who might be trying to draw him offside. Nope. He takes it himself on the option. 35, 30. There goes Kaminsky. 20, 15. Cut down. That could be a big break for the Bulldogs. Like these Warriors all season long, as that is now their 13th penalty of the season for 105 yards. And that's the end of quarter number 1. We're tied at 6. You're tuned into Warrior Football on Wahoo Public YouTube.
Hot Oil and Propane is continuing to be family run and owned for 60 years. OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for gas, diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep your lawn and pastures beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com. Call 402-443-3563 or stop by 3288 Ponderosa Drive. OOP Inc. serving for 60 years thanks to you.
If you're looking for $1 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus, you can find details by, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Like them now.
Our clients for their families' everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
3 high school football season as we have played through. As throughout the entire quarter break, Chad Fox had a converse and 10 on the 15-yard line. They now have it 2nd and 20 on the Bulldog 48. Kaminsky's emptying the gun with 2 wide receivers to the near side. Sam Edmonds goes in motion, and he'll get the handoff off to this near side, and nothing at all. I mean, that was so telegraphed, and tackled it at the 46-yard line for a gain of 2. On 2nd and 20, a play ran to the near side, short gain, 13 penalties on the season for 105 yards, but that may go down as a 10-yard penalty. Really, it's about a 30-yard penalty for the Warriors. Like I said, could have had it 1st and 10 on the 15. You now have it 3rd and 18 on the 46. Ball placed on the left. Waits the snap, takes it, rolls out to his right. Lots of time to throw, and does. Edmonds in good coverage deep downfield by Maverick Binder. The throw was just a little bit behind Edmonds, who kind of had a step on Maverick deep down the field. With Kaminsky rolling to his right, throwing on the run. The ball's thrown a little bit low and behind Edmonds. And Wahoo cannot capitalize after the Auburn turnover. Because of the penalty, the Warriors will have to punt. Back deep to receive for the Bulldogs is Maverick Binder, standing at his own 9-yard line. Line drive, and it's taken a good bounce right at the 10-yard line. Heck of a punt that time for the Warriors, and it'll be 1st and 10 Auburn at their own 10-yard line, the deepest any team has started tonight here in this ball game. And we'll see what Nixon Ligori can do after his first interception of the season on the previous drive. 10:54 to go here in quarter number 2. We're tied at 6 here in a battle of 2 undefeated teams in Class C1. Nixon comes out with his back, Camden Taylor standing to his right, 2 wide receivers to either side. Ligori standing at his 5, under pressure. He has to throw it into the dirt and does, as he was really under pressure. Coming on the blitz that time, 1, get sacked and take a safety, or throw the ball in the dirt, and that's exactly what he does. No gain on the play, 6 seconds run off the clock, 10 on your radio dial. A wide receiver goes to the far side, 2 to the near side. And it is caught. He hung on to it. One heck of a catch there, as that ball was being fumbled the entire time, but it's a great catch made by number 80. Honestly, I don't think if he would have been hit the way that he did, I don't think he would have hung on to the ball. The ball kind of fell into his gut when he hit the ground, which resulted in the reception from Camden Taylor. And with 10:10 to go here in the second quarter, we're still tied at 6. See if Auburn can get it off to the left side, cut down right at the line of scrimmage is Brant Gulitza. Nowhere to go, maybe even 3rd and 8 now, the longest 3rd down situation that the Bulldogs have faced here on their home field tonight. Big play here for the Warrior defense. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Ligori with a back behind him. Takes the snap, rolls out to his right, under pressure, throws across the middle, high, is picked again, 25-20, 15, and cut down inside the 15-yard line on a great interception again. Drives. How about Barrett LaValle, his 2nd interception on just as many defensive appearances, and Wahoo is set up in great position, 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 14-yard line. Here comes Kaminsky again. Bordowski stands to his left. Noah gets the handoff off to the right, cuts it up the middle, inside the 10, down near the goal line at about the 2-yard line. It's right at about the 1st down marker based on the far line judge. This might be good enough for a 1st down. Yep, yard line. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his left. With 8:45 to go, he's about a half-yard shy. It looked like he stretched that ball over the goal line. The far line official has a better eye of it than I do. And so he's about a half-yard short. And so it'll be 2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line. And you wonder if you see that Wildcat play here that has been quite literally unstoppable this season. It's Kaminsky back out there with Bordowski to his left again. 2nd and goal from the 1. Kaminsky takes it up the middle, this time himself, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors with 12-6. And now you'll wonder if head coach Chad Fox will come out and try for the 2-point conversion, trying to make it an 8-point game rather than a 7-point game. Bordowski stands to the right of Kaminsky. Jace hands the ball off to Noah. He fights forward down to the goal line, and he is in. The 2-point conversion is good for Auburn 6. Your Tour Insurance. We know your personal life and business needs the right management or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop Anchor Insurance.
Welcome back as we continue our coverage of Wahoo Warrior football right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
8:06 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Wahoo 14, Auburn 6 after the Warriors capitalize on the back-to-back Nixon-Liguori interceptions on the year. Here's the kick, a short one this time, bounces at about the 20, and it's lost by Binder, and he just has to dive on it back to the 16. So it was actually a short kick that benefited Wahoo that time because Binder couldn't really get a read on how it was bouncing off the grass, and there was nothing he could do except dive on the football to prevent a turnover. It'll be 1st and 10 for Auburn, back on their own at 6. A wide receiver goes out to either side, and a tight end stands to the left of Liguori in the backfield. Nixon takes the snap, has a hole off to the left side, cuts it back up the middle, and he's cut down at about the 20-yard line by number 31, Harrison Krieger. Boy, have we said his name a lot here tonight. He seems to do a pretty good job here so far of following Nixon-Liguori around the field. With 7:40 to go here in this second quarter, Wahoo leading at 14-6, and I will mention your side. Liguori stands in the backfield, takes the snap, handoff up the middle is not for much. A gain of about 1 yard that time for Camden Taylor as he gets up to about the 21-yard line, and it'll be another 3rd and long here for Auburn. 3rd and about 6 from their own 21-yard line. And right now, with the way the Warrior offense is kind of moving, you do not want to give this football right back to the Warriors in such a short amount of time if you're the Bulldog offense. 3rd and a long 5 here for the Bulldogs. Ball placed on their own 22-yard line. Running some clock down to 6:45. Liguori takes the snap, looking to throw. Has time, thrown across the middle. It's picked off again. 3rd time in a row. 15, 10, 5, and diving to the pylon. It is the touchdown! Wahoo Warriors! The 3rd interception in a row. This time it's housed. What in the world are we watching here in Auburn? 3 straight interceptions for Nixon-Liguori. Wahoo can't capitalize on the first one. They score on the second one, and this time they don't even need to bring their offense out on the field.
It
just happens so fast.
All of a sudden, yeah.
It just happens so fast.
We'll have to do the replay stuff.
Next, here's Kaminsky empty in the gun with Caden Smart going to his left. Kaminsky rolls out to the right looking to throw and does. Wide open, it's caught. Defensive touchdown of the season. 6:27. Steal in town is at the Wahoo DQ chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries. A DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street. And Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson 22, Auburn 6.
Kicking team already out.
Yeah,
Wahoo.
right. So the Warriors have picked off the Bulldogs 3 times in a row. A great line drive kick. It's caught at the 15-yard line. This time by the quarterback, Liguori, and he is nowhere to go with it. He got past the 25-yard line. That's it. And he's cut down at about the 26.5. Again, eyeballing it. There's no hash marks on this old-school grass field here in Auburn. No hash marks, so it's kind of me eyeballing it. I hope I'm doing an all right job. 6:20, Wahoo 22, Auburn 6. And this time, Nixon-Liguori goes empty in the gun with 2 wide receivers to the near side and 3 to the far side. Nixon now brings a man in motion and takes the handoff off to the left. And nowhere to go. He's blown up in the backfield. A heck of a job off to that right side. And my goodness, Barrett LaValle is having a heck of a game for the Warriors defensively. He's had 2 interceptions on the last 3 drives. And he just had a big set. 5:55 to go here in quarter number 2. Nixon-Liguori trying to get something going offensively here with a wide receiver to either side. And Gulitza standing to his left in the gun. Gulitza will get the handoff. Good cut up the middle, fighting for it and pushing the pile forward. And he takes it past the 30 to about the 31. Looked like the ball kind of came out late there, but he got back on top of it. Only a gain of home red uniforms, black pants, white helmets. Wahoo in the all-whites tonight for the second week in a row. Don't worry, the Warriors will put back on the Blues next Friday night as they host Nebraska City on homecoming in Wahoo. It's Wahoo 22, Auburn 6. We are hitting the 5-minute mark to go here in quarter number 2. It's Ligori in the backfield. Out of a tackle, 40, and he's brought down by Sam Edmonds at the 46-yard line, and Sam just saved a touchdown. That was tremendous patience that time from Nixon Ligori. And off to the near side, as there wasn't much initially before he kind of let the hole clear up off to that right side. Takes it up to the 46-yard line, and that was a much-needed Auburn first down, as the last 3 drives has been 3 straight interceptions. It's 1st and 10 for Auburn on their own 46, right at the line of scrimmage. Off to that left side of the defensive line. Good job by Luke Specht. Trevor Beavers over there for Wahoo. I also saw number 52 in there for Wahoo, and that is Jack Krieger. First time we've said his name tonight. We said his brother Harrison quite a bit, as we've hit 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. 2nd and 10 for Auburn on their own 46-yard line, and Wahoo leading 22-6. In the backfield, Ligori with a back to his right, a wide receiver to either side. And now Taylor goes to the left. Gulitza gets the handoff up the middle. He uses his patience up past the 50 into Warrior territory to the 49-yard line, in a great pick here for the Bulldogs as they are once again in Wahoo Warrior territory for the 3rd time tonight. Last time they were in Warrior territory, they threw their first of 3 straight interceptions. It's 3rd and 5, 3:10 to go in quarter number 2. Ligori in a heck of a tackle by Caden Smart on the ball carrier, Brant Gulitza that time for Auburn. A gain of about, right when I say that, they're bringing out the punt unit. And I'll tell you what, the Warriors have a jinx on pretty much every team they've played this, literally, not pretty much, every team they've played this season has had serious punting difficulties. So we'll see if the curse continues on. Low snap, nearly blocked. It almost happened again as it's put beautifully down the far sideline, and Chad Fox pointed to where it went out. And it goes out at about the 22-yard line for the Warriors. This is the deepest that Wahoo has started in their own territory. And now we'll see if Wahoo can run the 2-minute drill. 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. It's Wahoo 22, Auburn 6 after the Warriors capitalized after back-to-back Auburn turnovers. It's now Wahoo deep in their own territory. Looks deep, has a man deep down the field, and it's in and out of the hands of Josh Edmonds. Overthrew him by a half step. Edmonds had it, juggling it deep at about the 40-yard line of Auburn. And oh my, that was a 2 yards. So that would have, I don't even know, 10 times the amount. Again, he takes it up to the 24-yard line and a gain of 2, making it 3rd and 8 now. And if you're Wahoo, you don't want to give this ball back deep, but now you don't want to go 3 and out and give this ball right back to the Bulldogs, who seem to at least put a little bit of a drive together the last time they had it, rather than throwing an interception like they had the 3 previous drives. Now Caden Smart moves over to the left. Kaminsky takes the snap, under pressure immediately, steps out of a sack, and now he's brought down in the backfield. The sack is completed back there for Auburn, and that was number 33 back there for the Bulldogs, and that's Camden Taylor getting his 20th tackle of the year and first sack of the season. So, as the Warriors will have to punt it deep in their own territory. 1:23 to go. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you live from Auburn, Nebraska. The Friday night lights are on here for the 3rd game of 2023 It's 2-0 Auburn versus your number 2 team in Class C1, 2-0 Wahoo Warriors. And with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go here in quarter number 10-yard line. Good snap, good punt, high deep into the Friday night sky. Takes a good Wahoo bounce and will roll out of bounds at about the 35-yard line is where they will spot the football. So Auburn will have it. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line, going left to right. 2 timeouts remain for the Bulldogs. 1:15 to go here in the quarter. So see if the Warriors can complete another good defensive stop here. They've had 5 stops in a row. A punt, 3 interceptions, and another punt. Nixon takes the snap. He's under pressure immediately and steps out of the sack. And now he does not, as he's wrapped up back at the 25-yard line. A loss of 10 on the play for Wahoo. And now you wonder if the Warriors maybe think about calling a timeout for the Warriors. And that is Jack Krieger.
Well, last couple weeks
drive, the Warrior defense has really locked in. And we yard line, the ball carrier, Camden Taylor, was blown up by who else other than Barrett LaValle. And now Wahoo will take their first time out. So it stops the clock at 21 seconds. 19. You're tuned in to Wahoo Public YouTube.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6.
Well, welcome back as we continue to bring you coverage on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube channel for Wahoo High School football. Unfortunately, we've been dealing with some internet. We're kind of looking at ideas on how to fix this on away games.
Okay.
We actually, I called ahead. Reserved our spot and everything like that. The AD was like, "Yeah, no problem. We have the internet and everything like that." And, well, apparently the tech department in charge of the school is not fond of other people using YouTube. So
YouTube is blocked. Firewall.
Yeah, firewall.
For YouTube. Coming out of the Wahoo deep, nearly threw his 4th interception. Instead, throws it deep over the head of Maverick Binder, and it falls incomplete. So Wahoo will get the football back. 14 seconds to go in the half, leading 22-6. And right now, I think Chad Fox calls that timeout just to see if he can get a punt return or any punting miscues, because based on the statistics throughout the course of the year, either a good return or a mishap, the chances of that happening are very likely. Based
Special
on the
teams
first 2
has been
games.
Fantastic for
I'll
Wahoo.
tell you what.
Look at that.
There's another high snap. It goes back in the end zone. And LaCory is brought down in the end zone. It's a safety. The perfect case scenario happens. Have had snap malfunctions on a punt. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen as a sports broadcaster. 3 weeks in a row, the team that the Warriors are playing have had major miscues on snaps, leading directly to Warrior points.
So what do you do with that? Going through this season, as an opponent on your snaps?
I'm curious. I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask Coach Iverson when he comes up here. Is Wahoo doing anything at the line of scrimmage? A safety against Pierce, and then last week against Ashland Greenwood, they scored 2 touchdowns because the ball was pinned inside of the 10-yard line for the Blue Jays because of bad snaps on punts. So with 7 seconds to go, now we'll see if Wahoo can get a punt return on the safety punt from the 20-yard line. 24-6 Wahoo leads, and the Warriors get the ball to start quarter number 3. Absolute chaos in the special teams unit. Never seen anything like it. High snap into the Friday night sky. It's caught at the 40-yard line by Kip Brigham, and he'll take it off to the far sideline. Not much room to work. He cuts it back to the near side. That's the end of the first half, as the Warriors start out trailing 6-0 and score 24 unanswered points thanks to 3 interceptions, one of them being a pick 6, and a safety to lead it 24-6 going into the halftime locker room. You're tuned in to Wahoo Public High School YouTube. It's Wahoo 24, Auburn 6. It's
For you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with the $2,000. Back them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and
Wahoo softball season is upon us, and we are
Your favorite game day shop offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop rival
Diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep you 63, or stop by
to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs.
all you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior Card. For more information, go to First Bank Lender.
To 10 p.m. The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ. Our $7 meal deals run all day, every day. For only $7, drink and a small sundae. Feeling hungrier? Upgrade that sundae to a small blizzard for an extra $2 Thursday. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to take on Auburn. As we were talking to head coach Chad Fox, as we always start last season against Pierce and their rivals in Saunders County, Ashland Greenwood. And my goodness, coach.
And you're probably sitting there thinking, if we can just split those two positions at all. We were 0-2 coming out of that, and our kids have been playing really well, and we're feeling pretty good about where we're sitting right now.
The number 3 team in the state last week, and in week 1, you defeated the defending state champions.
Yeah, that's the whole trick, right? And I joke a lot of times about, coach, we battle then at the rankings. You can't, if you take it, it might not end well for you. So we're trying, still haven't played well on offense. We didn't tackle real well last week. We did plenty of things wrong. So things kind of in check, then we tend to focus in on, we got stuff to work on yet. We still have a lot of room of improvement. And the kids, for the most part, have bought into that, and they kind of get our message with that. So, with the Auburn game.
Once again, you're tuned into the Saunders County Online. But, Coach, before we dive into the Bulldogs, going back to last week against Ashland Greenwood, you just talked about maybe some miscues offensively and missing some tackles. But one thing that really allowed you to win the game was you didn't make as many mistakes as they did, and you capitalized once again for the second week in a row on special.
We're making the most of that, I kept bringing them last week, had to punt in a couple situations and had some things where, got a block punt, we got a snap that went. That's probably the biggest thing. A game like the Ashland game, there was only 8 offensive possessions. I mean, it's hard to believe that, but there was only 8 times where we had the ball, and we were able to score on 4 of them, which was enough to win the game. But, we got to continue to clean up some of those things and on offense, so we're a little more efficient and special teams continue to focus on those, because those, again, are always opportunities to swing the momentum.
With the way that Noah ran, and also how
he's fast. He's really, really good with the game of football. He's back in the secondary. He does a good job of making calls and getting people lined up. And offensively, he's kind of feeling out his role as playing some receiver, some slot. We're gonna try to use his talents as much as we possibly can in some different scenarios and situations. We had a lot of 2nd and 5s that were getting called, 2nd and 4s, which when you're on schedule, it makes it a lot easier as an offensive coordinator. You don't have to try to figure out how you're going to get now 10 yards in 2 plays, and as you're cutting that a half right away, it makes it a ton easier. And we were lucky with that. I don't know if we were lucky, but we were good enough, I guess, on offense on our 4th down conversions. We were going for it on 4th down a few times on some 4th and shorts, and Noah did a great job running the ball in those situations, and we were able to advance the ball and get a new set of downs. So that was huge for us as well.
Once again, you're tuned into the solid. Coach, you mentioned it right when we started talking about this Bulldog team, about it potentially being a trap game after the way your first 2 weeks started, and then sure that it is not a trap game.
Again, it's not so much focusing on them, but focusing more on us and the things that we need to do better. We spent a lot of time this week trying to work on our tackling, trying to be better with that. And they've got some nice pieces around him. They like to get the ball in the flats. And we didn't tackle well in the flats last week, on defense. The swing passes were a bit of a troublesome for us. And so we spent some time this week working on that. We're also, with our offensive line, we're trying to get a little more consistency there. We ran the ball all right last week, but statistically, if you look at where we are offensively, we're not very good. We didn't even have 100 yards of rushing or 100 yards of passing last week. So we've got to be more consistent. We've got to be those in big games. So those are some things that we talked about this week, and we just, again, focus on us more so than what we have across from us. And if we do that and keep our focus there, I think
last week on Friday in that Saunders County rivalry game, and how do you feel like your boys are now ready for another road test and what will be another good environment in Auburn tonight?
Yeah, this one's a little bit different test. It's a little bit longer, so that's a little bit more of a challenge. But no, you were right. The atmosphere down there, the environment down there. It's played football at that game with the youth football stuff that they were trying to recognize, as well as the young cheerleaders. So there's just lots of people down there, and it was loud. And our kids played really well in that environment. So sometimes that hopefully continue to prove that we can play in those tough environments. And Auburn's got a great setup for their high school field as well. They got a beautiful stadium. So we're looking forward to competing down there, and we got to get those legs loosened up after that bus ride. But I think we'll be ready to go.
Coach, it should be a lot of fun tonight, no doubt about it. Your Warriors try to stay undefeated. Best of luck, and we'll
your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future.
Welcome back to Auburn, Nebraska. It is the Bulldogs facing off against the Warriors right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Heck of a first half, to say the least, as your Wahoo Warriors lead the Auburn. A lot of the same first halves that we easily down the field, methodically down the field, play after play, not face much adversity, and punch it into the end zone. That's exactly what the Auburn Bulldogs here into the end zone to go up 6-0. But then the special teams factor. That's always been the difference in these games, as Wahoo returns the kickoff all the way down to the Auburn 25-yard line, and they're able to punch it in from there. And then the defense, Kelly, really settled in.
That did.
As they forced interceptions from Nixon Ligori. An interception to Barrett LaValle. Wahoo wasn't able to capitalize. Another interception to Barrett LaValle. Wahoo got it first, also throwing an interception. This time, a pick six to the Warriors. They go up 22-6. A couple of drives stall out for both teams, and then the special teams again.
Well, yeah, the special teams had to step up and say, wait a second.
Don't forget about us now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just been absolutely insane throughout the course of the season so far. We're 3 games in, and literally now in all 3 games, it went way over the head of Nixon Ligori all the way to the end zone. He got tackled in the end zone, and Wahoo adds 2 more. Tuned into Wahoo Warrior Football here on Wahoo Public's high school YouTube channel. It's Wahoo 24, Auburn 6. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Well, we're able to start the second half right here for Wahoo Warriors against the Bulldogs at Auburn on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
And it'll be Kip Brigham to return the kickoff. He catches it at his own 14-yard line, taking it to the far side of the field. Has a lane. There goes Kip Brigham. 40, 45, 50. Kip Brigham might house it. 20, 10, 5. Warrior touchdown. Can you believe that? We talk about special teams throughout the entire halftime and on the incredible start to the third quarter.
Auburn was showing up at the there right off the bat. They just kind of came out. They said, We're here. And then after that, Wahoo's just stepped up and said, yeah, we are too.
This is truly an incredible special teams performance to start out the season. And in tonight's game, that goes down as an 86-yard kick return for Kip Brigham to start out this third quarter. Chase Kaminsky comes out in the 2-point conversion attempt, rolling out to see the number on it. On the target. Still can't see it.
He's running to,
Oh, my gosh.
Side,
It's Avery Weeding, number 3. Goodness. Avery Weeding was the intended target, but Wahoo returns the opening kickoff to start quarter number 3. 86 yards into the end zone. 11:47 to go here in the third. It's Wahoo 30, Auburn 6.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life.
Kickoff return. The Bulldogs go 3 and out offensively. I said pretty much every mascot except for the one they are. Good snap this time for Liguori, and a good punt as well. Line drive. It's caught at about the 40-yard line, and tackle made by Burke Moody as Kip Brigham in the special teams unit has already proven to be pretty official first time that the Warriors will have the ball offensively. 1st and 10 Warriors, 5 to go here in quarter number 3. Warriors leading it 30-6. To the near side, Bordowski stands to the right of Kaminsky in the backfield. Kaminsky takes the snap, rolling to his right, looking to throw, and does, way deep down the field and way overshoots his target again.
But a nice dive for it.
Yeah,
they tried to make that work.
Absolutely. Another heck of an effort there by Josh. Hit him that deep down the field.
He's just leading him a little bit too much. But
so they try the knockout punch on the first play of the drive, and now they'll settle back down. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. 6 seconds run off the clock. 9:39 to go here in quarter number 3. Kaminsky in the backfield. Bordowski stands to his right. Near the 50, at about the 49-yard line, a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 7 here for Wahoo with 9:25 to go in the third. Couple of touchdowns. Wahoo has had one rushing touchdown, Bordowski. Kaminsky has a rushing touchdown. Now Kaminsky over to the left looking to throw. Across the middle, had his target wide open, and he overshoots. I think that was Barrett LaValle that time, who has 2 interceptions tonight, but that time Kaminsky for his fingers to grab. And Wahoo goes 3 and out on their first offensive drive of the second half. So the Warriors will be forced to punt. One of the few times tonight they've had to. And back deep is Caden. Wahoo has some problems. That's the first time this season that Caden Christian hasn't gotten a snap clean. And Wahoo, big mistake on their punt, gives Auburn 1st and 10 on the Wahoo 39-yard line. Big mistake there for the Warriors. Still up 30-6, but you don't want to give these Bulldogs any kind of momentum here in this second half.
Well,
and plays Greenwood.
Yep.
1st and 10 Auburn on the Wahoo 39-yard line, going left to right, starting out in Warrior territory. Ligori in the backfield looking to throw. Rolls out to his right, now under some pressure. Throws across the middle. It's tipped up in the air, nearly caught. Heck of an effort there by the wide receiver, Maverick Binder, but good job of getting a hand on it that time for Sam Edmonds. He got a piece of it, or else that would have been a completion for a first down. Instead, it results as just an incomplete pass and would do it again, 2nd and 10. The fact that Sam Edmonds was even able to get a hand on it was impressive that time for Wahoo. 8:45 to go, quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 30, Auburn 6. Trips go out to the far side for the Bulldogs on the Warrior 39-yard line, 2nd and 10. Binder in the backfield with Taylor standing directly behind him. Ligori gets it, pitches it into the backfield, and taken off to the far side for not much, up to about the 36-yard line. A gain of 3 that time for Camden Taylor on the option play. It's another 3rd and long here for Auburn, but you're probably looking at it being 4-down territory if I were to guess.
Right.
Down by 24 in opponent territory.
And you don't want to have a special teams mistake.
Right.
Side. Because this will put Wahoo with pretty much some of the worst possessions.
Yeah, right. Yep, absolutely. Here we go, 3rd and 7. 8:05 to go here in the third. Ligori takes the snap. He'll keep it himself right at the middle. Big hole. He gets the first down and more up near the 25 to the 26. Needed 7, got 9. And the drive stays alive here for Auburn. Alex Borchers came up from the safety spot to make the tackle that time for Wahoo. It's 1st and 10 now for Auburn on the Wahoo 26-yard line. Ligori looking to throw, rolls out to the right, and it's low. Good coverage there deep by number 42 for Wahoo. That's Gabe Harris. First time we've called his name this season. Good coverage downfield and another incomplete pass for Nixon Ligori, as Auburn is still trying to get their passing game going, even though their run game has been rather effective. But knowing down by 24,
you got to get some yards behind you.
Yep, you're going to have to get some passes completed at some point in this game to get yourself back in it. 2nd and 10 now here for the Bulldogs on the Warrior 26-yard line. 4-down territory, though. To the right is Gulitza to the right of Ligori, and Gulitza will get the handoff off to the left side and nowhere to go. Right at the line of scrimmage, he's brought down by several Warriors. The first one that I saw in there for Wahoo was number 6. Braylon Iverson makes the tackle from the Mike linebacker spot. Second time we've called his name tonight. And now it's 3rd and 10 here after no gain that time on 2nd down for Auburn. One of the few times tonight that the Bulldogs have not gotten positive yardage on a run from their tailback Brant Gulitza. It's 3rd and 10 for Auburn. 2 wide receivers to the near side. It's Taylor to the directly behind Ligori, who will take it off to that left side on the option and pitches it at the last second over to the far sideline. Taylor will be short as he takes it up to the 20. He'll be about 3 yards shy of the first down after a gain of 7. 4th and 3 coming up here for Auburn on the Warrior 20-yard line. Big spot here for the Warrior defense. As we've hit 6:35 to go here, as Barrett LaValle makes the tackle for the Warriors. 6:35 to go here in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 30, Auburn 6 as the Bulldogs. Shaw comes in to give the play call. As it's 4th and they're going to call it 4. I'll call it a long 3.
Yeah.
Needs to get to the 16. 16 and a half, really. There's no hash marks again, so it makes it kind of tough. Taylor stands to the right of Ligori in the backfield. Gulitza goes in motion. Ligori will take it himself. Off to the right side. It has a lane. I don't think he got there. He'll be really close. We'll see where they spot this. It's Wahoo football! They spotted it short. They don't even have to measure it, and the Warriors have it. Boy, the way that Auburn was reacting, they thought they had it for sure. And I'll be honest, where they spotted the ball, I'm shocked they didn't even measure it. The Warriors come up with the stop as Nixon Ligori was, boy, maybe an inch or two short, Kelly.
Just right there.
Oh, my goodness. And it's 1st and 10 for Wahoo after the second longest drive of the game for Auburn. Does not result in any points. 1st and 10 Warriors on their own 17. Ball handed off to that far side of the field. Not much going that time, and a flag thrown as well. Penalty of the season. And it's another hold against the Warriors. And that time, Landon Brigham for Wahoo, I think was the one called for it, because as soon as he turned around, him and the white hat were having a conversation. Yeah, you got to, if nothing else, I think it's a learning opportunity to say, okay, how did I do it? Why did I do it? Can't do it again. So now it's 1st and 18 for Wahoo. Back on their own. Across the middle, it's caught! Down to the 30, 35, and oh my gosh, a player just got knocked out. Sam Edmonds laid a huge hit on a Bulldog at the 30-yard line. Whoa! As he got literally upended off of his legs on the block from Sam Edmonds, and this might be interesting to see what the penalty is. The ball was caught by LaValle, who took it all the way up to the 37-yard line for a huge first down. But now we'll see what the penalty does. It was thrown right at the 30-yard line, and boy, that kid got up. That kid, I mean, he got absolutely leveled. So now we'll see what the call is. It's a personal foul blindside block against Wahoo. So it is a first down from Wahoo, but it'll be 15 yards. So Wahoo will move back to the 15-yard line, but have a first down.
As the penalty would be removing the
right.
down.
So now the White Hats going over to have a conversation with head coach Chad Fox, and you hope that someone's not thrown out. And the White Hat is having a conversation over there with kind of the entire Wahoo team to ensure it doesn't happen again. Be careful of it. I mean, it will happen.
Well, that's one of those things, that you don't want to see plays.
Oh my
that hurt people.
Gosh!
But it's easy, I guess.
Move back to they spotted at the 14-yard line, so the flag was actually at the 29-yard line. But Wahoo does have a 1st and 10 now, rather than a 1st and 18 from the 9-yard line. They now have a 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. So a crazy sequence there. But a really good pass that time from Kaminsky to LaValle that time, who has his first reception of the year. 5:39 to go here in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 30, Auburn 6. Warrior football 1st and 10. Kaminsky rolls out to the right looking to throw, and does. It's caught! Heck of a catch from Smart, and there he goes. Down the far sideline, still going. Deep into Bulldog territory. All the way up to the 35-yard line. A huge gain for the Warriors. They're big all away. There was a back chasing him when he was rolling out to the right and literally just flipped the ball out to Caden Smart down that far sideline, who takes it all the way to the... As we are at 5:05 to go here in quarter number 3, and a lot of whistles. And me, as the far line judge, is having a conversation with the Warriors sideline. Maybe kind of a sideline warning of not being in.
Right.
So, no timeout. It was just a whistle, and the officials kind of talking to the Warrior coaches on the far sideline. 5:03 to go here in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 30, Auburn 6.
The reason why I said timeout is I thought maybe Wahoo
Yeah.
had one because of all the movement
Yeah,
of the players
I thought
on
so
and off.
too. Yep, I thought so too. Trips to the near side. Now Sam Edmonds goes in motion, and he'll get the hand. Gain of about 4 that time. 4.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. It's Wahoo 30, Auburn 6. 2 wide receivers come to the near side. It's Kip Brigham standing to the left of Kaminsky, this time in the backfield. Brigham will get the handoff up the middle and is immediately hit, but continues to put. Comes up and makes the tackle from the linebacker spot, making it 3rd and 5 here for Wahoo. 24-point lead, but you're kind of in 4-down territory. You're too close to punt it, too far for a field goal. So this is 4-down territory likely, and 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and 5 from tuned into Warrior Football, and we'll be right back.
Oil and Propane is continuing to be family run and owned for 60 years. OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for gas, diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep your lawn and pastures beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com. Call for 60 years thanks to you.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance. Number 3, it is Wahoo 30, Auburn 6, coming out of the Chad Fox timeout for the War. Left on your screen with Kip Brigham standing to the left and now to the right of Jace Kaminsky in the backfield. Heck of a catch and run that time for the Warriors wide receiver, and kind of coming down awkwardly after spinning to the ground that time for the Warriors. That time was Avery Wheating on the reception. This time on the Bulldog 9-yard line with 3:25 to go. Can the Warriors punch it in again? The number 2 backfield. 1st and goal from the Bulldog 9. Kaminsky looking to throw, steps back, and a whistle before the play really gets going. And it's a false start against Wahoo, and they'll move backwards 5 yards. So now, 1st and goal will actually be outside the 10 at the 14-yard line. And just more room to work, right? Fox will not be happy about some of the penalties we've seen here on just this drive alone. Wahoo's been able to get out of already a big holding penalty. And now we'll see if that false start penalty on the near side. And
Yeah, what's going on here?
I think the near official, he's talking to one of the coaches for Auburn who's furious, it looks like. I think they were looking to get a player who was a little bit slow moving out there, and that again for Auburn is Brenton Winsel, who gain of about 1, maybe 2 that time on 1st down. It is goal with 2:20 to go in the 3rd, and Wahoo leading it too. The first quarter went by so fast. Turn. Here's Kaminsky in the backfield. Brigham to his left. Kip will get it off to that right side. Big hole for Kip. Brigham is into the end zone for the first time tonight from 12 yards out. Boy, I don't think he really even got touched on that run, Kelly.
He had plenty of.
It's Wahoo 36 and Auburn 6. So Wahoo again will come out with the 2 points to the left. Kaminsky to Sam Edmonds in the back of the end zone, and the Warriors add on 2 more.
Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account.
Dollar meal deals run all day.
First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska.
Best deal in a cheeseburger or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. Austin McNorton and Kelly Johnson here with you live in Auburn, Nebraska, here at Bulldog Stadium. With 1:50 to go in quarter number 3, it's Wahoo 38, Auburn 6. The Warriors punch it in for the first time in quarter number 3 offensively after the opening kickoff return in the 3rd quarter. for Wahoo. And the return that time for Nixon Ligori takes it up to the 29-yard line where the Bulldogs will set up.
Yes.
Boy, has the Warrior defense been sensational.
Well, that's the thing is, like I said earlier, Auburn stepped up. The very first, they received the ball right off the bat, and they went Wahoo.
Yeah, it's been all Wahoo since line for a gain of 2 yards up to the 31-yard line and under 90 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, and Wahoo leading it 38. So it'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Bulldogs. Ligori hands it off to his tailback Taylor off to that left side, and really the run game hasn't been effective for Camden Taylor since, like we were just talking about, that first drive. That left side, damn. There's been a couple of plays after some broken tackles that have gone big, but really those little short plays out to the edge have not gone for much. Quarter, a wide receiver to either side. Ligori in the backfield with Taylor directly behind him. Ligori fakes the handoff, play action, now steps up, under pressure, and Barrett LaValle gets the sack. Oh my goodness, Barrett has had a heck of a night for the Warriors on defense. He has 2 interceptions and 2 sacks. And that will likely be the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, Wahoo leads it 38-6. You're tuned into Warrior Football, and we'll be
Kids Club with Richie Rover to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
So football remain here in game number 3 of the high school football season. And the number 2 team in Class C1, your Wahoo Warriors, lead the undefeated Bulldogs here and already had an issue with and resulting in a safety tonight. Ligori takes a good snap and a good punt this time. A great punt. Sends the Warriors back. It will keep going inside of the 5. It's taken up at the 1. What Chad Fox would probably wonder too, if he probably lays off of that, it probably rolls into the end zone.
Right. But
he picks it up at the 1, and that's where Wahoo will start out the drive for Wahoo on their own 1-yard line, but that was an incredible pit from the 20.
Well, maybe they just want a 199-yard touchdown.
Oh my goodness. It was about a 60-yard punt. 2 wide receivers to the far side of Jace Kaminsky, who's empty in the backfield. And dives near the 10. Boy, that's a heck of a play to start to get some breathing room for yourself, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Up
Great
to,
blocks there.
Yeah, he's will be about an inch short. Gain of 9 that time. Needed the 10. Needed the up the middle. 11-11 to go here in quarter number 4. It's a 38. We said his name in a bit, and he's thrown down in the backfield to the 9, a loss of 1, making it 3rd. Warriors just happy to continue to run some clock and head back home for homecoming. Who?
Well, they will obviously have the court come out, and they actually have the...
There he goes, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Touchdown pass from Jace Kaminsky to Barrett LaValle.
So we go back to why did he...
Sound drive for Wahoo, capped off by a 91-yard touchdown pass on defense. And now he has 2 receptions and is no good. 10:07 to go here in quarter number 4. It's Wahoo 40.
We aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their families' everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom? We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to and quite a game for the Warriors.
Believe it or not, this game was 6-0 in favor of clock for the remaining 10 minutes and 7 seconds, which will be a true 10 minutes and 7 seconds. 5-36 for Auburn. Decent starting field position here for the Bulldogs, but now the clocking with the running clock, unless Auburn is to score. It's
right.
35 points in for Auburn on their own 36-yard line. Ball is placed on behind him in the gun. Ligori takes a snap, looking to throw. Under pressure, thrown deep across the middle. It's picked off. The Warriors' fourth interception. Interception of the game for the Warriors as Sam Edmonds gets it this time and takes it all the points to stop the clock. You start to see some freshmen, sophomores into the ball game. As nope, it's still Kaminsky, who actually is a sophomore.
Yep.
But Bordowski wants to keep the ball on the ground. He takes it up to the 20 for a gain of 1. If you haven't had a lot to cheer about tonight, but tonight is this game, believe it or not, was 6-0. But the Warrior defense has been absolutely sensational ever since. It's been pretty outstanding. One of them being a pick six. 7:40 to go here with the. He'll take it to the outside, up to the 20, cuts it up to the 15, and they'll mark him about 3 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at the clock over here, the scoreboard, and it's 3-13. I think they've neglected to take the 10 yards away from that. So.
Right. Two wide receivers coming to the near side. Bordowski stands to the right of Kaminsky in the backfield. Jace will hard short. The Wahoo, actually number 31 that time for the Warriors, and that's Harrison Krieger on the carry. He'd go here in the ball game. Wahoo now has it first and goal. Krieger again. This time he loses a tackler and gets into the end zone for another Warland here in Auburn. But boy, Wahoo, this has been the most dominant after your first two opponents are hopefully not looking ahead to homecoming next week. And 2-point conversion here for Wahoo. Jace will keep it himself, cutting it up the middle, fighting to the goal line. Here in quarter number 4, it's Wahoo 52, Auburn 6. 52 unanswered Warrior points. 6 minutes of running clock coming up next. Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office.
New Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior code. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Stop. And we are back to running clock in the fourth quarter. 6:01 left in the game.
We'll see and take it up the middle. He lost the football, and the Warriors got on it immediately. They have now given up a 80-yard kickoff return, leading to a safety, and they have now fumbled immediately, leading 52-6. Absolute 9, Alex Borchers, the 6'1" carry, and there's a flag down in the backfield as well. And there is a flag as well. I didn't even see it. The ball came out, Wahoo, and instead accept ball back on the Warriors' first off. And we'll be right back. The best deal in town is at the Wahoo DQ, our sub-basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries. Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. To go here with a running clock in Auburn, Nebraska. It's Wahoo 5th hashes, and it's handed up for Auburn, number 22, Riley Dickerson. On his, he did not get that handoff cleanly, and we just about turned. The fumble on the first play after the kickoff return. Wahoo on the carry that time was once again Riley Dickerson. His 2-team in Class C1 will improve to 3-0 on the road to defeat your in-county rival. Blown up in the backfield. A heck of a tackle made back there for the Warriors. Loss of about 6. It's 4th and 16 now for Auburn. Back on their own town. Sorry about that. And so the Bulldogs will be forced to punt it again. And this time they will let it go. Instead of trying to pick it up on the run, they let it roll to the 20-yard line. And that will keep the clock running and keep it running for a pretty good amount before a snap is made. We'll probably snap the football here under 2 minutes at the maximum, would be my guess. It'll now be 1st and 10 for Wahoo on their own 20-yard line, going left to right, with the second team out there. Game and get some big varsity minutes under the lights. It's always so fun to see. And which means new quarterback out there once again for Wahoo. Isn't it 2 minutes to go here in the ball game with the running clock? Ball's handed off to the far side in a big hole. Down deep. All the way up near the 40, up to about the 43-yard line on a heck of a carry by Gabe Harris. Gabe Harris, the senior, heck of a run. And he's standing to the left of Borchers again. Now 1st and 10 for Wahoo on their own 43. Harris again gets the handoff. He bounces it out to the left. There he goes, 50, 45, 40 down the far sideline, and he's barely pushed out of bounds deep into Bulldog territory before he steps out at about the 37-yard line. Heck of a run again for the Warriors as we have 70 seconds of football remaining. Gabe Harris, back-to-back great carries of 20-plus. All the way up to the Bulldog 37-yard line. And then this time he's brought down in the backfield. A good tackle made that time by number 65 for Auburn, and that's Colt Zintner, the sophomore. I think I said 40. That's 65, not 45. Wyatt Cook makes the tackle. I was like, boy, when I was looking at that, it's like it showed wide receiver and defensive back. I was like, I don't think that guy's a wide receiver. 22 seconds. We'll see if Wahoo, I think they have to snap it at least one more time here, as Borchers awaits the snap in the backfield as we have 13 seconds left, and Wahoo does have to snap it. There goes Harris off to the left, cutting it up the middle, inside of the 30 to the 29, and that will be the ball game. Final score here tonight from Auburn. The Warriors win it by scoring 52 unanswered points. Final score, it's Wahoo 52, Auburn 6, as we now head into our Saunders County Online.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780.
Run and owned for 60 years, OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for Get Pastures Beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com. Call 402-443-3563 or stop by 3288 Ponderosa Drive. OOP Inc. serving for 60 years thanks to you.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right man 57, or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all.
Back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior Card. For more information, go to Equal Housing Lender.
The best deal in town is at the Wahoo, a 3-piece chicken strip basket. Each option includes a regular order of fries, a medium drink, and at 1122 North Chestnut Street, and open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday.
From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Auburn, didn't they?
With force, absolutely right. That's a pretty good way to describe what happened tonight as Wahoo scores 52 unanswered points tonight against the Bulldogs after being down 6-0 early. The Wahoo special teams immediately answered back as they returned the next kick. Really, Kelly, we've seen throughout the course of this season that Wahoo, after the first drive of the game, they've really been able to settle in on defense. And but yeah, Kelly, going back to what I said, boy, did the defense really kind of buckle in and play well tonight.
Yeah, that's one of those things. We actually, in the previous, the entire team stepped up. You know, it doesn't matter what position was being played, but everybody was there. And there was their share of penalties, which you don't necessarily want to see. But, again, it's a learning experience. We are going to make a statement in their house, and they certainly did.
And Wahoo has had quite the tale of different games of such a battle physically. And then last week in Ashland, it was kind of who had the ball last in that kind of game to win it, as Wahoo won that one 28-6. Tonight, it was just kind of saying, all right, in order to win tonight, especially Wahoo did tonight, as they moved to 3-0 on the season. They hand Auburn their first loss, who falls to 2-1 now on the year. I thought Chad Fox was walking up here, but now I think he was just kind of walking up and taking a picture with family members and things like that. And
which, this is new. We're working on getting everything settled out, working right. We're actually going to try a different internet system. We're gonna see relations with the local internet. So again, thank you for everybody for your patience, because this was all it's there for you. I will reload it in its entirety later on tonight on Saunders County Online, so you can be able to access it there. But again, a great game. And
absolutely
we have some great footage. The camera that would, but again, I think that's basically the bus is getting loaded. They're going to go and celebrate, but I kind of had to laugh because by Nebraska City there was a school bus pulled over by a state patrol.
Yep, I saw it.
So I don't think with the school bus was getting
that's
a
so
ticket.
funny because I saw it too.
It was hilarious. So
anyway. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thanks all of our sponsors who make it happen. We really appreciate all their support, and boy, we love covering this team. They are your number 2 team in Class C1, improves to 3-0. Homecoming next week. We got a lot else going on Saunders County Online. Stay tuned, and thanks so much for tuning in tonight. For Kelly